NBA Live will finally dethrone NBA 2K, right? Is anyone else confused about the recent over-glorification of EA's NBA Live 18? Well, this is Price, and that is why I'm here, to finally give an unbiased opinion on NBA Live 18, reveal the truth, and to give an explanation as to why NBA Live is being hyped by nearly all YouTubers in the 2K community. So let's get right to it. I know some of you at home have seen how congested YouTube has become with the praising videos of NBA Live, as if the game does no wrong anymore. Why? Well, I'm glad you asked. EA has been at it with this game for a very long time. Before 2K11, NBA Live dominated the market's basketball video games, but 2K took the throne and has never looked back, stomping all of its competition to the dirt, especially NBA Live. For a while now, 2K has been pretty much the only option when it comes to quality NBA games. And although from a business standpoint, this is the absolute best situation you can find yourself in, from a gamer's point of view, it sucks. Your NBA fantasy is at the mercy of Take-Two Interactive. They are free to do as they please with their game, most of the time disregarding what their fans request and instead prioritizing in-game changes that are focused on encouraging you, the player, to spend some cash on in-game currency. Or at least, that is the picture that has been painted. 2K the cash-grabbing evildoers. And that's where NBA Live comes in. After taking all of last year off to refine their game, EA has come back, and this time better than ever. And many YouTubers and gamers alike were almost literally swept off their feet when gameplay clips flooded the internet. Take note of this little detail though. Most of the love came after EA invited well-established gaming YouTubers to their rooftop NBA Live 18 reveal party. Totally doesn't smell fishy, right? Let's be honest. EA has pulled off an absolute genius marketing campaign. They said, forget the TV ads, forget paying NBA players to campaign our game, let's pay some YouTubers to do it instead. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There's no crime being committed here. It's called marketing and aiming for the right demographic. But now that that's out of the way and I've detailed the origin of NBA Live's hype, let me give you my 100% honest opinion and constructive criticism about the game. It isn't that good, but it isn't a bad game either. I want to point out the cons before I detail the pros, so let me begin by addressing the animations, which at times could be very smooth and very nice to watch, but most of the time they are so robotic, I can't help but get the feeling that EA's employees have never watched or played any kind of basketball, real life basketball. Take this forward-leaning jump shot for example. Who does this? I mean seriously, you could end up on Shaqtin' a Fool for doing something like this in the NBA. That's an automatic brick unless you're launching the ball at the backboard and praying for the best outcome. Jump shots in this game in general just look unnatural. They don't look much like jump shots at all because the players seem to levitate off the ground rather than taking a little hop. And is it me or do all players seem to lean back to take standing jump shots? Another thing I notice is that way too many threes are being made in this game. Even when taking a contested or off-balance shot, the ball still drops in consistently. And I know people bring up Steph Curry as their argument, but Steph Curry's three-point field goal last season was 42%. And that's not even a bad percentage, it's actually considered a reliable three-point percentage in the NBA. Meaning if Steph Curry in a game shoots 5 times from behind the three-point line, he's most likely only making 2 of them. So there's no reason for making 70% of the shots you take in a game that's supposed to reflect the actions that take place in the real-life NBA. It's just way too cheesy and it takes the fun out of the game because it'll just be a 5-on-5 three-point shootout at that point. Something else in need of improvement, and it amazes me that they haven't caught on to this already, is the character models. And I'm not talking about the way they look because honestly they look fantastic, but has anyone else noticed that their torso does not bend at all? This is the main reason for the awkwardness of the players' movements. If you have ever watched basketball on TV, notice that when dribbling a lot of players bend their back and get lower to the ground. Sometimes when defending the same is true. Such an obvious observation which EA manages to overlook every single year. But it's not all bad. I do have plenty of good things to say about NBA Live 18. For example, one of the first things that you might notice are the graphics, which are absolutely stunning, on par with NBA 2K's graphics in my personal opinion, if not better. I refuse to give it the edge in this category, but EA deserves a truckload of credit for getting the first step to a good NBA game just right. Another thing to applaud would be the game modes. EA's other titles such as FIFA and Madden have superior game modes in comparison to 2K's game modes. The same holds true with NBA Live 18. The one feels a lot more inspired than 2K's My Career mode. The idea of having to gain respect in the league and in the streets to become a true basketball legend is interesting and original. Therefore, I can see where the excitement for this mode is coming from. The player customization is something else that is light years ahead of 2K's. The archetypes make more sense and will actually make you feel like an NBA superstar rather than a role player, which is already more than you can say about 2K. But one of the best things NBA Live has done this time around has to be the layup animations. Just watching these, man, they are so smooth and realistic. I'm shocked at how bad they got the jump shots, but how perfect they got the layups. What EA really did correctly though was making each player's layup feel diverse. When going to the basket, you will be able to tell the difference in technique between Kyrie and Westbrook, or Harden and LeBron. So there you have it, my take on NBA Live 18. But you haven't heard the full story yet. Soon I will be posting a video on what to expect with 2K18 and why I believe NBA Live 18 does not stand a chance once again. So if you are interested in my take on 2K18, then I encourage you to subscribe to Binge Culture and leave a like if you enjoyed the video.